Sorry, I stopped recording there. I'll put the second video in the comments. I pushed the wrong button. I was trying to stop sharing. So what's the point of all this? So the point of all this is one of the, I think there's a block. There's like a blind spot with a lot of Skool community owners. And they think the only way to make money on Skool is to offer a recurring membership or to do a bunch of courses, to create a bunch of content. And I think it would help you to understand that there are actually a lot of different ways to make money on Skool. And not everything has to do with somebody pulling out their credit card and saying, I agree to pay you this amount of money every single month. It could be a one-time payment. It could be a workshop that comes and goes. It could be a boot camp that lasts for 2 weeks, or a workshop that lasts for 90 minutes, right? Challenges, we've talked about that before, how like it's nice to have a challenge offer, whether it's a 7-day or a 30-day that leads into a bigger continuity offer. Now the continuity offer could be a recurring membership, or it could be a cohort. It could be a mastermind. Like it doesn't have to be, honestly, like a recurring membership is probably the hardest model, because what you're doing is you're trying to get people to agree that, yes, I'm going to look at my credit card statement every single month and I'm going to be okay with giving you money every single month. That's a hard sell, right? Like if we think about ourselves, like I'm sure every one of us goes through our bills every month and we're like, man, I haven't been on ESPN Plus in a long time. Why am I still paying $12 a month? Hey, I don't even use Disney Plus. Like I'm just going to cancel that, right? So we don't do ourselves many favors by only thinking of recurring membership models to make money on Skool. It would behoove us. It would make our lives a little easier, and we'd make more money if we just think about, okay, what is the thing that I want to sell? What's the best way to sell it? What's up, Joelle? How are
Hey,
you?
Jason.
Oh my God,
Good.
I haven't spoken to you in a long time. How are you?
It's been a while. Doing great. Yeah, I just saw you were live and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I can catch Jason right now. Let's go.
Love it. Yeah, you're the only one who's hopped on, so I was just recording some content basically. So
Nice.
all good. This
Yeah,
is the first, yeah, this is the first one I've done of these. So we'll see.
okay. Yeah, I just saw your announcement that you were like going live hot seat and
Yeah,
I was like, let's go. What? I get to talk to
love it.
Jason.
That's
There's
awesome.
nobody else in here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's people are fools for not taking advantage of this amazing resource of
You
getting
know,
to talk to you. But
I didn't want to
I'm
say it
smart.
because it's
So,
myself, but yeah,
right.
yeah,
But I'm smart. That's why I'm
yes,
here. So,
absolutely, absolutely. How have you been? How have you been? How are things going?
good. Doing real good. So I switched groups. I think when we first met, I was doing a group called Whole Last Person. I
Yeah, yeah,
abandoned
yeah.
that because that was actually like going away from the main brand that I have been building for years. And I just wanted to try
Yeah,
something different. And it was
sure.
like, okay, that was good. I did it. And it was good as like a starter school.
Yeah, and it
But
was a cute name. Sometimes you just gotta roll with it.
sure, just
Yeah.
just try different things. But yeah, since so it was around Black Friday that I launched a school that's more with my brand that I have been building.
Nice.
So it's
So what
called
is it?
Butch Yoga,
Oh, yeah, yeah, we talked about that. Yeah.
right? And just hit 100 members recently.
Let's go.
So that's
Love it.
awesome. Yeah, and continuing to grow
Yeah.
without me even like trying too much. And I'll say right now at this moment, I feel like my goal is not just more members, more members. It's how do we get people engaging?
Yeah.
Also, getting me paid.
Yeah.
So
Right,
when I
right.
launched it on like Black Friday, it was just a paid group
Nice.
and two people signed up.
Alright.
And that's all I've gotten paid since then because then I
Okay.
decided to make the group freemium.
Uh-huh.
That like that was a better model for me. And then many more people have joined, but I can see that there's not such a clear path of like why
Mm.
would someone want to pay more. I haven't really been talking about like what you get with the VIP because I'm
Uh-huh.
not exactly sure. I've been like work with me one, but I haven't been so clear about like
Yeah.
what you get, why you would want that. And um part of the thing is I have been focusing more on like one-on-one client work, which
Nice.
has been I had a post go viral. My most viral post on Instagram got more than 50,000 views,
Wow.
um more than 2,000 likes, and most importantly, comments from people saying
Yeah.
like the call to action was, write help if you want to have a call with me, and got more than 100 people writing help.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Congratulations. That's
thank
amazing.
you.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
so my calendar has been like booked up, and now it's like slowed down. So now I'm like
Uh-huh.
following up with people, but also I'm like, okay, getting to a point where like the one-on-one clients are like building up more. I
Mhm.
would like to bring more focus onto group stuff. Like I see that as
Nice.
like the more scalable future direction. There's just been a little bit of like, let's get my head above water of,
Yeah.
have some clients, have some people paying me
Right.
something. But yeah, right now I'm paying for the $99 a month school, and it feels like I'm losing money on that for the moment. Like I
Mhm.
see that as like a longer term thing, but
Yeah.
also it's like I would like to be making more money on school than I'm spending on it. I think
Yeah.
Hormozy wants that too. Um
Right, right. Sam and yeah, they want you to make money because they want you to stick around. So,
right.
question on the one-on-one. So, is the one-on-one also butch yoga? Is it part
Yeah.
like is it okay?
But
So,
it's
are
life
they
coaching. It's not yoga. It's more like life coaching.
nice?
But so this is a disconnect that in the free group, one of the main things is free yoga classes.
Yeah.
Because that's just a thing that I've
Mhm.
always done, and I like doing that and offering that as like a
Yeah.
community thing. And I have offered group coaching,
Mhm.
which has been really nice, but when I've had it more like gate kept just to like the premium for the group coaching, and then
Yeah.
there haven't been as many people going. So for the month of March I opened it up and had more people coming, and that was cool, but it's like, how do I get people to want to do the group coaching? I guess
Yeah.
having like a more specific outcome than, like I know these things, but you know how it is. You know
Yeah.
all the things,
Uh-huh.
but it's so helpful to talk to someone
Yeah.
else who can kind of like weave it together
Uh-huh.
in more coherent
That's
ways.
funny. So it's the content I was making before you came on was exactly about that. So it's like different ways of monetizing on Skool and essentially going through the verticals, right? Because I think so often we think like it has to be free to paid, it has to be freemium, it has to be a recurring monthly membership. And it doesn't, right? There are a lot of different models. There's the one to one, there's one to few, there's one to many, right? And it's just a matter of like building those mechanisms to get people to go over to that product. So when you were describing the one-on-one coaching, do you have you ever offered to your one-on-one clients to do one to few or one to many, like a more group setting?
Oh, no, that's interesting. That almost feels like a downsell to me,
So
but like
that
in the way
is
that I'm
the
thinking.
that is always the initial response, right? Because if we think about like a one-to-one and it's like,
Right.
well, hey, would you mind joining this like group call? People tend to think like, oh, well, then I'm not going to get your attention. It's not going to be as good. It's not going to be as
Mhm.
premium, right? But actually, what happens is they realize that having other people in the room to have different ideas, to hear, the solutions that
Right.
other people are coming up with actually becomes more valuable. But it's one of those things you can't, it's hard to like articulate before it happens. And so there's a way to do it over time, like integrated, as opposed to just saying like, "Hey, I'm switching my one-on-one, which you find super valuable and you're willing to pay a premium for to a group call, which you're gonna immediately think is not as good, right?" So instead, what you do is you say, "Let's." I don't know exactly what your model is, but let's just say you have one call a week with each person
Yeah,
for
basically.
4 weeks. So what you would say is, "Hey, I want to try an experiment. I have 5 one-on-one clients, and I think you guys would like crush it together. So what I'd like to do is on our next call instead of one-on-one. I'd like to get everyone on the call together and just try it. Let's just see what happens. And so what you do is you kind of take the pressure away. You don't say, hey, we're switching to this 100%. Instead, it's almost like, I need you to experience this. So we're just going to try this experiment because I think it's going to be awesome. And then the hope is that you end up curating more than one-on-one coaching. And they do realize like, oh, this is awesome. Let's do more of this. And then you kind of slowly switch over time to the one-to-few model. Does that make sense?
It does, but I'm skeptical. I don't
Yeah.
like it.
Okay.
I'm listening to you and I'm like, no, I don't. I feel like for one, okay, I'll tell you like my objections coming
Sure.
up.
Yeah.
For one, um, I just had so many. Hang on. I like working one on one with people. I
Okay.
want to
Uh-huh.
continue doing that. And it's more like I want to, yeah. And I feel like, I guess this is just a mental thing that I believe I can charge more for that. That's
Hmm.
just in my mind. I can see that as a belief. Okay. But it's, yeah, when I was saying it feels like a downsell, that's also just in my models of how I'm thinking of structuring this,
Hmm.
that like I see the group as being costing less money than
Sure.
doing one-on-one stuff, you know? So it's like I see that more as a way of inviting people who haven't been able to afford to work with me one-on-one, but like would like to, get
Right.
more access to me. Instead of like being like, hey, people who are already paying for more access to me, you want less of that? And I mean, it's
Uh-huh.
not, I get that it's not less. And I,
Right.
I absolutely believe in the value of groups. I've
Uh-huh.
experienced that in groups I've been in groups I've led. But yeah, it feels like the opposite direction of what I want to be moving in.
So the argument for one to few, obviously, or even one to many, is if you have 5 clients a week, that's 5 hours at least, right? With individual one-on-one meetings. So that's 5 hours of your time. Obviously, that only scales to a certain point. You only have so many hours in a week, right?
Right. And that's
And
about
so,
where I'm at of like
uh
having about that many
yeah,
clients, and that feels good. I'm like, this is a great number, but I can also see it's like, well, where do you go from there?
right. So where you go from there is the group, because
Right.
here's also what happens. You work one-on-one with someone. At some point, they're like, I don't know that I need this anymore,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I don't want to pay you a premium price anymore. Then you can, if you want to call it a downsell, you can call it
Okay.
a downsell.
Right.
Don't call it a downsell to them, but in your mind,
Oh my
right?
God. No, no, we're not.
Right?
They don't need to know
Oh,
that I know these words.
perfect.
That's
This is perfect timing because I am going to open up a small group session. And I think it'll be almost as valuable, but it'll cost, half the amount.
mhm.
And this will be a perfect longevity or continuity offer that I can make you, right? You wouldn't say those words either, but in our
Right.
minds, right? Yeah, like this is the
Right.
continuity offer. So work on one, go to this group call, let's experience it together. If you don't like it, no worries, you don't have to pay me, right? But if you love
Mhm.
it, let's just keep doing it. And I think that would be good for you too, because I think you're in a similar boat that I am. I think everyone does that. Like everyone's like, no, one-on-one is like premium. It's attention. There's no shared attention. It feels more valuable. But once you start to experience that small group session, and your clients do too, you will also see the
Yeah.
value, in it. And so if you want to scale at some point, that is a way to get your current clients to ease into it, but it's also a way for you to ease into it. And
Right.
then here's what happens. You'll start to realize the value. Your clients will start to realize the value. The price you're charging now for your one-on-ones becomes your small group price, and you can charge even more for your one-on-ones. So
Right.
everything kind of lifts.
Right.
But you have to, if the mental block is there for you, you have to integrate it just as much as like you got to get your clients on board with integrating.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
No, that it
By the
makes so
way,
much
that is a
sense.
very common vertical to create.
Right.
One-on-one coaching becomes one-to-few coaching, becomes a program or a course,
Mm-hmm.
right? And while the price for each of those things goes down, you're making more money because it's
Right.
obviously a
More
course is
people.
completely scalable, right?
Right.
But what you do is you learn in those one-on-one coaching calls. Basically, if you get to a point where you're like, man, I'm answering the same question in
Yeah.
every single one of these calls,
Mm-hmm.
that's perfect for a one to, for a small group. And then it becomes perfect again for that program or that course.
Yeah.
So this is great that you're at this point where you're like, I should be considering how to make this a little bit more scalable. And the way you do it for yourself and for your
Right.
clients is to, hey, let's have one group call a week and let's just see what happens. I won't even charge you for it. Like if you don't feel good about charging for it,
Oh.
I won't even charge you for it. This will be
No,
an
that's
extra call, right?
right. Like as an experiment. No,
Yeah.
that's very interesting. Hang on, I'm gonna get my phone so I can make some notes on this. Um, that's good stuff. Yeah, no, you got me. And something that it's so funny. It's so funny how things work in life because I feel like this is like a pattern in life in general that I just had my calendar booked up with calls, right? And they
Mm-hmm.
were going well. I was like converting on the calls. I was using Hormozy's
Nice.
closer call template.
Nice. Nice.
Amazing. Plus the two call close instead of just on one call.
Uh-huh.
So much better. And I'm just feeling like, all right, I'm starting to get this. And I was on a call with another guy and he was saying, okay, time to stop doing the calls. And then you make a sales page with what you learned. And I'm like, but I was just starting to get good at it. And with this, I'm like, but I was just starting to get the one on one clients. And it's like, well, that's exactly the time when you go to the next level.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
that's, and I could
Yeah.
hear myself just even coming on this call with you, of you telling me this stuff and me being like, I don't like that. And it's like, no, Jason is going with all the Skool people and learning how you do stuff
Right.
more successfully. Listen,
Uh-huh.
don't be like, I don't want to do that. It's like, no, listen, this is
And and I have this problem too. It's not just you guys, trust me. I get in my own
right.
head. Yeah, absolutely. So,
The resistance. We don't
yeah.
want to, it's like, no, but this is
No,
already
but
working.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh, but I'm already comfortable here. And it's like, well, do you just want to stay there? You
Yeah,
could just stay
exactly. And
there.
you can. Like that
Right.
is totally up to you. There's no reason if you love one-on-one and you're like, I'm just gonna have 20 one-on-one clients and just like do that, dude, go for it. Like nobody says you have to do something, right? But if you
No,
want to
but
scale, there are ways to do it without it being abrupt or coming out of nowhere or that immediate fear of like, if I try to sell a one on one client a group call, that they're just going to devalue it and not want to be a part of it. Right.
yeah.
So there are ways to do it. And they're very successful. Like Taki Moore, I don't know if you've ever heard of Taki, um,
No,
book of his.
when
He
I don't
does a
know.
program called Black Belt. So he does Million
Mm,
Dollar Coach, and dude
wow.
is he's been around a long time, and he's taught all the greats, like
Right. It's a great
anyone who's
title, Million
yeah,
Dollar Coach. It's like, no,
right.
that's good.
So he has built his entire program on this model. He does a workshop. He sells the one to few or one to many model on the workshop, and then you're in his program for like 12 to 18 months, and his goal is to make it to where you have $1 million business within 18 months. So
That's a
he
pretty
has a
good.
lot of free stuff lately on YouTube. Taki Taki More
Okay.
Moore.
Thank you.
He's fantastic.
All
But
right.
that idea of integrating one to one to few and doing it over time is completely from him. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, that. It's smart, and Skool is so set up for like being able to do group stuff like that. And God, was it last year? I think it was last year. I did a workshop that, you know, there weren't so many people on live, but the people who were there, it felt like when I was on a webinar for someone else who's really good. The way, because I was copying, do you know Colin Boyd?
I've heard the name. Yeah.
He talks a lot about your conversion story and like selling from
Uh-huh.
stage and how to do like a
Yeah.
presentation that
Yeah.
converts and like tell your story. And I was following his like presentation template, and it was amazing because at the points where, it's like, does that sound like you? People are like, attacked, wow, you got me, and like, does this sound like what you want? They're like, yes, oh my
Yes.
god, I need this, like, and in the comments, and it was like 5 people on the webinar or something,
That's
and so
awesome.
I'm like, this was like last August, and I haven't done it again, but I'm like, Joelle, keep doing this.
Yes.
This works. It's
Yes.
and I've been so stuck on like, what's my offer? And just like, it's like I already have the offer from that webinar that people were like, nobody signed up for it. Also, it was
No.
like a 1 month program. No, I'm gonna make it a year, and that's like the VIP in Skool, and it's all about like self-love, but it's
Mm.
also like fun. The name of the webinar was Lube Up Your Self-Love. You gotta have fun. All the self-love stuff out there is so like, I don't
Yeah.
know,
No.
like boring, like something like your grandma would listen to or
Yeah.
something,
Yeah. It's
like
always
I'm
like
like,
this real like soft and then like soft
right.
whiskey voice, and it's just like, oh God.
Like the waiting room at a
Yeah.
spa or
Uh-huh.
something.
Uh-huh.
It's like, no, 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 no. We can have fun and like be real and
Yeah.
stuff. So um no,
Yeah.
I know that resonates, but then I just get so distracted doing other things. And I'm like, let's bring it back to that. That worked. And that's something that I feel like I hear from, the greats is like, you find something that works even a little,
Yeah.
lean into that. And it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I didn't make any sales from that. So I think I abandoned it. But it's
Yeah.
like, no, people were responding though,
Right.
actually. Like, do it again.
Yeah. Yeah, and you learn from it, right? And like you do it four or
Hmm.
five times, and then if you still don't have any sales, it's like, okay, now it's worth looking at why, right?
Yeah.
What else can I add to it that might actually get someone to sell? Or is there a call mechanism, after the workshop as opposed to trying to
Mm.
sell on the workshop? And I think that's where a lot of people go wrong too. They're like, oh, I made one offer and nobody bought it. So like I'm done. It's like,
Right.
oh, you made one offer, one time? Cool. Like, congratulations. Like,
Right. That's better than
oh,
nothing.
the
It's better
one
than not
thing you
doing it
did,
at all.
you gave yourself one at bat, you didn't hit a home run, so you like quit baseball, like what are you doing? Like
Yeah.
I saw an Evelyn
Mm.
Weiss had a post or a video the other day, and she was talking about how like her success rate, like we all look at Evelyn as like super successful. She's one of the goddesses, the Mount Rushmore of
Right.
Skool,
You
right?
said Evelyn before you said her last
Yeah,
name. I knew who you
right.
were
You knew who I was
talking
talking about,
about.
right? She said her success rate on offers is 1 out of 5.
Right. But
Every
she's
five
just
offers,
making so many. That's the thing. The people who
exactly,
succeed the most are the ones who
exactly.
are willing to fail the most.
Sharon
That's
has,
like the paradox.
yeah, Sharon has a statement. He says, "Whoever makes the most offers makes the most money."
Yeah. Yeah.
And
No, I
like
hear
even,
it in like sales books. It's like, it's not
Mhm.
just that the most successful people have the highest closing rate. They're just making the most calls. They're just getting
Exactly,
the numbers.
more at
That's
bats. Exactly, exactly.
right.
So people look at the recurring membership and they're like, "What's my offer?" And here's what they don't understand. Like even the communities that I've worked in, it looks like we have one offer. We teach pickleball, we teach basketball, we teach
Mhm.
whatever. But within that offer, there are many offers that are being made on a weekly and monthly basis, you know. And some of them do really well, some of them fall flat. But we don't stop making offers.
And it's not just that you're doing like the same thing. Oh, we're just offering the same thing. Offer different stuff. Test different
Mhm.
stuff.
Yeah.
This is
Cohort.
this is
Mastermind.
so helpful,
Good.
Jason. Thank
Good.
you. Yeah,
Good.
that like this is the like pep talk I needed of like, I've been so stuck on like, oh, my offer. And it's
Yeah.
like different
Offers.
stuff. Keep
Yes.
trying different
Yes.
stuff. And don't be so attached to like any one
No.
particular thing. I think especially with the VIP, it feels more like that's like in concrete though. What, I put in the school on the plan because if someone signs up for a year, but also maybe I don't need to worry about that until someone signs up for a year because no one
Exactly.
has signed up for a year yet.
Yeah.
Wow.
And even in that year, like most people can't think past like 3 to 6 months, right? Like if you ask me what
Right.
I'm doing a year from now, I'd be like, I don't know. Like, hopefully
Right.
still alive. Like, I don't
And
know.
if I change the offer, it's just going to be to make it like better for them.
Right.
So, and I could like check in with them and like, I don't need to, I'm like, worrying about what the chickens think before they're hatched.
Right.
It's like,
Yes.
no, that's,
What do they say? It's like the best way to solve a problem is to decide it's not a problem.
oh, wow. It's very Taoist, actually.
Yes.
It's a line from the Tao Te Ching. Stop thinking and end your problems.
Yes. Love it.
Yep.
I want to show you
Um,
something. Let me share this with you. So I created this concept. I haven't shared it yet because I'm still like working it out. But I created this concept that I call a transformation bridge.
mm.
So the idea here, can you see that? Okay.
I love the little guys' faces.
Yeah.
Go
So this
from
is the
frowny
starting
to
point.
smiley. What a
Uh-huh.
transformation. Love it.
Yeah. So this is the starting point, right? Imagine these let's see if I can do this. This is why I haven't shared it yet because I haven't figured out how to do
That's
this yet.
okay.
So imagine they're on these cliffs. This is the starting point,
Hmm.
this is the ending point, right?
Hmm.
Across the way, you want to build a bridge. They go
Hmm.
from one end to the other. And that's typically like a year, right?
Sure.
But along the bridge, we have these benchmarks and these checkpoints up top,
Hmm.
right? So if you think of them like quarters, so every 3 months, there's a new benchmark that you can kind of help
Okay.
them get to. And then even inside the quarters, guess what? There's a month, right? These little platforms.
Mm-hmm.
So what we want to think is, okay, I help this person go from here to here in 12 months. Well, what does the halfway point look like? What's the check? Like, what shows them that they're on the right path to getting here? Then you break it in half again. Okay, what's the 3 month mark? Right. So weight loss is always the easy one because everyone kind of gets it, right? Like if you're helping someone
Right.
lose 100
More
pounds, you're not going to
obvious.
say like,
Yeah.
"Hey, commit to the next 12 to 18 months, and I'll help you lose 100 pounds," because that sounds like a lot. Sounds like too far away. Instead, you want to
Hmm.
say, "Okay, in 6 months, I can help you lose 60 pounds. In 3 months, I can help you lose 15, 20, 30 pounds, right? So you just break it down into those chunks. In month one, hey, guess what? We're going to focus on detoxing your sugar. We're going to focus on just getting our systems correct. We're going to focus on meal prep, right? If you tell someone on day one, hey, you're going to lose 100 pounds, or we need to lose 100 pounds, they can get
Hmm.
lost along the way. And instead, what you're doing is you're guiding them across this transformation bridge so that they eventually get here. Now, here's
Yeah.
the fun part. Within this transformation bridge, we think of this to this, right? Endpoint to endpoint as one offer. No, 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 no. This is
Uh-huh.
3 offers a month. That's
Right.
12 offers, right?
Mm.
And even inside those 12 offers, if you make one offer and it doesn't work, well, you basically build the same program. You just change the way the offer sounds because
Right.
something didn't resonate. Like if I told you, hey, in the first month of us working together, you're going to lose 15 pounds. You'd be like, great, awesome, let's do that. Right.
Hmm.
But then I said something, you're like, I don't want to do kettlebells. I don't want to do CrossFit. I don't
Right.
want to do.
Oh, you're gonna make me actually move? No,
Right.
no
Right.
way.
Right. So I was like, okay, Instead of that, we're going to focus on 7 minutes of workout a day for the first week. That sounds more doable, right?
Okay,
And
yeah.
then as a coach, you kind of know, like, hey, if I can get you to just like move for X amount of time a day, in two
Hmm.
weeks, you're going to be wanting to do more because you're going to be able
Right.
to feel, you're going to feel better. You're going to want to do more. And so you in your mind, you have the entire program, but you only have to lay out the small bits, as they go along.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, hey, by the way, there's this really great supplement drink that I've been doing for 10 years. I would not promote it if I didn't, believe in it myself. It's $150. I get a kickback every time you buy a pack. I just want you to know you don't have to do it. It's totally an option. But if you want to, here you go. Well, now you just made more money. That's an offer,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so we think of these like, we need the perfect offer. We need one offer. Sorry, Azim left, and I feel bad that I didn't say hi to him. Hopefully, he's watching later. Um, anyway, so we think like, oh, we need one perfect offer. It's like, no, you need 1,000 offers because you
Right.
don't know which one is going to stick. What's up, Azim?
Right. Hey, Azim.
And thank you very much, Joel. How are you, people?
Good.
Good. And
I'm a
Jason,
bit late.
oh, sorry. Go on, Azim.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm just a little bit late. I just saw the notification, just opened the app and decided to
No
join
worries.
in.
Oh, you're all good. You're all good. We're just talking about, people get hung up a little bit on like making a perfect offer or like, what's my offer? And the argument
Mm.
is really like, it's not one offer. It's not one perfect offer.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of offers because
Right.
you never know
Mm.
exactly which one is going to stick. And so it becomes our goal to make, if we want to make more money, we have to make more offers and we have to be willing to fail. So,
Exactly.
Such
Yeah.
valuable messages. And something I want to add to that, just I feel with any creative process this comes up, that the stuff that's your favorite, that you think is going to be the most successful, is almost never actually what
yeah.
is the
Yeah.
most successful. And the thing that you thought, whatever, I'll just put that
Sure.
out. That post that I told you got like, 2,000 likes, 100 comments, looked like shit.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Always.
in Canva, just,
Uh,
bump, 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 just like kind of threw it out there. And then,
yep. People love
wow,
it.
okay. So yeah, there's so much to that of just, you just keep producing stuff and
Yeah.
not being so precious about like each thing. This has definitely been a big block for me. And I feel, yeah, this conversation has been super supportive.
Good. I'm glad you hopped on.
Yeah. I would like to add to this. May I?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Please.
For the last, I can say, a couple of days, I have been teasing a lot, Jason, regarding one offer. I have been working for my beta client. Actually, I signed up with her in exchange for a testimonial. Since I don't have a testimonial yet,
Hmm.
I'm a copywriter basically. I just started,
Mm,
okay, and this is the classical strategy that you just sign up clients for work for free, deliver amazing results,
Hmm.
get testimonials, and take off from there, right? So I'm very blessed to have Jason, to meet this guy at the right time, I must say, honestly, because as Jason can tell, uh, because this is my first time working for a client. I have
Hmm.
never done freelancing. I have never worked for any client ever. I worked for 2 years, but in a job. I worked in two jobs in two software houses, and those were different experiences. But when you are working for a client and you want a testimonial, then you have to deliver results, right? So I'm very blessed to have Jason. And Jason, I just sent you the VSL as well in the
Nice.
DM
Nice.
because, yeah. And one thing, because regarding the offer, because offer is everything. The product, the customer experience, the results, everything revolves around the offer, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, so I was just curious because this is my beta client, and I committed to do two things for her: offer and about page copy.
Yeah.
VSL I'm doing for her because, as you saw, her VSL, it's very, weird stuff. It's not very optimized. You know what I
Uh,
mean? So I thought that I should do VSL because
nice.
VSL is very powerful.
Yeah.
So I would like to know your comments about that
Mhm.
VSL and offer.
Yeah. Well, so I think that's good. I think it's always nice to like over deliver a little bit, right? And it gives you experience just like
Mhm.
writing a VSL, which is always good. I'd say the offers first, right? So it doesn't do any good to create a VSL until you feel really good about the offer that you're presenting. And so what is I know I looked at a previous version of I haven't looked at the newest one you sent me, but I want to hear you articulate what is the offer.
So basically, the core offer is because my client, she's a divorced woman.
Hmm.
Her husband cheated on her after 7 years of marriage, and eventually she tried on her own. She tried different apps, strategies, programs, and eventually she met her dream man. Right.
Hmm.
So now uh, she is teaching other divorced women meet their dream man, right? So currently on her about page and about her offer, basically she is targeting both men and women. As you
Hmm.
pointed out, women feel unsafe, particularly
Right.
when they are in a group along with the men, and they are very, conservative, very reservative to share about their problems,
Yeah.
their, vulnerabilities, their problems, emotions, everything. So I'm offering her to make a brand new community, women only community, and as per your guidance, thank you very much again. MEC, that persona thing, 12 persona, I picked one that is exactly her story. A
Yes.
divorced woman that has been betrayed or cheated by her husband, blah blah. Like,
Hmm.
so this is the offer. She will be helping divorced women who have been betrayed by their husband, and they want to start dating again and start a new relationship, but are not sure what to do and how to go uh, to get there. So this is my core offer.
Yeah.
And for attraction offer, as you have seen, I sent you, this is a 7-day love yourself again challenge, because as per from her content on Facebook, I saw that the core issue is, for women just divorced or maybe after some time, they're very unsure, they gain weight, they're very, they feel unworthy, this their habits, their everything is, basically they feel insecure
Yeah.
every single day. So that 7-day challenge will put them again to regain the confidence and start to care and love themselves again. This is the first step. So that
Yeah.
was my offer, and
Hmm.
that is the angle and waiter I am targeting with this
Nice.
new offer.
Yeah. No, I think that's good. And yeah, Joelle, as a woman, if you were in a in a group like that with women and men, would you feel comfortable with the opposite? You know, like in my
Well,
opinion, a woman would not feel comfortable, and I also think the men would just be like trying to
Mhm.
pick up the women. Like it's very cisgender,
Yeah.
but like
Yes.
that's kind of my
Mhm.
perception of like I would not feel safe in there, right?
right. No, it's so important to have a space where people feel safe. So, um, don't be fooled. I'm non-binary. And that's a big thing in my
Mhm,
group
mhm.
is that it's a space that's safe for like more
Right,
gender diverse people. And
right,
it's so important, especially when talking about things that can feel more vulnerable, that people do have a
yeah,
space where they feel that they can like open up more, be more seen. So I do think that makes sense for like this context.
Yeah, for sure. The attraction offer. So this new group, Azim, is it a paid
Yeah.
group? Is it a free to paid group? How are you guys planning on monetizing it?
Basically, I am planning with the freemium model.
Mhm.
Why? Because right now he has not delivered results for any of her clients.
Mhm.
She has got results for herself alone right now. So I would like to take your opinion on that, because I'm assuming that since she doesn't have any testimonials with this offer, with her helping other divorced women get a new, partner or husband, whatever. So I'm thinking that start a free group, deliver results, deliver everything, get results for some members, and then start a paid group or one-on-one coaching. What is your opinion on that?
Yeah. So what I started thinking was having a 7-day attraction offer is kind of nice because basically every week is a new start, right? And so what she can do
Mhm.
is say every we have this 7-day challenge. It starts on Monday every single week. Caroline in our community actually does this with Run Letters. She has a 7-day challenge, but it always starts on Monday, and so she has people request to be members of the group, but she doesn't let them in until Sunday night, basically, so that everyone starts the challenge at the same time. And she's had some success with that model. And so what you do is you say, hey, we're all starting the 7-day challenge on Monday. If you want to be a part of it, here's what we're going to do. And then on Thursday or Friday, hopefully by that point, people are starting to feel good about, the things they've done that week. And so what you do is you start to promote like, hey, a month from now, 30 days from now, I'm starting a cohort or I'm starting a workshop or I'm starting some kind of 30-day program or 45-day program or 6-week, program, something like that that they can graduate into. Now that program will be paid. But the hope is that by them going through this 7-day challenge, let's say you have 10 people start on Monday. Naturally, attrition happens. By Friday, 3 of those people are still doing it, right? But hopefully, those 3 people are still doing it because they're getting results. And so you pitch that idea, say, hey, if you want to sign up for this, here's the list. Here's how you sign up. Or you can just pay now and we'll wait to charge you. However you want to do that, basically. Of those 3 people, 1 will sign up, right? So now you have 1 waiting
Hmm.
for the list. The next week comes, another 10 people go through. Well, now you're starting
Oh.
to accrue results, right? You get that testimonial from those 3 people that did it last week. Even though only 1 paid for the next continuity offer, you still get the testimonials. You start to use those testimonials. Hey, Anne last week had a lot of success with this, or if she doesn't want to be named, right? Like, hey, here's the success we're seeing so far with this 7-day challenge. And so now next week, you get 12 people to sign up for the 7-day challenge. By Friday, 5 of those people are still doing it. 2 people sign up for the next thing, right? And so what you're doing is each week, even though fewer people sign up than, or for the next thing that sign up for that thing, the hope is that by when the 6-week program starts, you have 10 to 12 people paying you $50 a month, $99 a month, whatever it is, and that kickstarts that like cohort, and then you just keep kind of recycling it. Like Joel and I were talking about, like when you find the thing that works, you just keep doing it. Now you have testimonials for free. You have people willing to pay for the next thing, right? And then you kind of start to think about, okay, what's the next thing after the 6-week challenge, right? Now it's a 90-day thing, right? That's a little bit more expensive. And so 10% of those people pay for that, right? And so you just kind of build that program and you just keep recycling these people in, through there. And what ends up happening too is the 10 people that sign up for that initial 7-day challenge, 7 of them dropped out. Well, 3 weeks later, like, man, I should try that again. So and so had success, right? Or I built relationships. I want to do it with Melissa. We're going to do it together. So now you build accountability buddies, right? So by having that free attraction 7-day challenge offer, It lets people cycle
Mhm.
in as many times as they want, essentially, and there's no pressure, right? And because it's free, they can do it as many times as they want. But hopefully, one of those times it sticks. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
great idea. Mm.
the one thing I was mentioning to you, um, there's language in there about like she found her dream man in 6 months, and the only thing we don't want to say is like,
Yeah,
hey, all you need is 6 months, and you're going to find your dream guy, because obviously we can't promise that,
yeah,
to
yeah.
anyone.
Mm.
But yeah,
Mm.
but sharing her story is going to be huge for her, right? Because that's how people are going to connect with her immediately.
Mm. Yeah, because one thing, I have seen one massive opportunity since she has been posting on Insta and Facebook for a long time, I would say. And she has built like 50,000 on Instagram and 76,000 followers on Facebook. And recently, I have seen a couple of her long form, very, I can say, uh, almost 500, 600 words long post in which
Yeah.
she's simply sharing one short reel with her husband Stephen,
Mhm.
around 5 or 7 seconds long. They are just watching on a beach, or maybe walking with their dog on
Yeah.
rocks. This is the only clip they are sharing, and the post is inside the post. She's sharing her story, a little
Yeah.
bit story. Those posts are getting like 200,000 views, 170,000 views,
Wow.
and
Let's
what
go.
she's doing as CTA, the CTA, she is sending them to a quiz page, and from there I think she's affiliated with some dating app. I think I have to
Mhm.
confirm with her what I'm saying that, because she sharing her story in the long text form with a short story, a short video reel. People are resonating with her. People
Yeah.
are is messaging her. As per CTA, they are commenting a word, and she's sharing the link to that landing page or whatever, that dating app or quiz. Sorry. So I'm getting yeah, this idea that why not use the same format, storytelling, and send her to the 7 day attraction challenge.
Yeah.
That's her school group,
Yeah.
as per it was laid out.
Yeah. I think that's the right instinct. Send them to the thing you want them to do. Like, you know,
Yeah,
especially with a free group. So if it was a paid group, there's an argument to be made like there's a step in between like organic content and just paying a subscription, right? But when it's a free group, you kind of take away that friction, because the whole friction is pulling out a
yeah,
credit card and saying like even for a free trial, like you still have to pull your credit card out, right? But if you don't have to pull your credit card out, like send them to the free thing, have the free thing inside the community. So then you're getting people directly into your school that way. And then the other point I was going to make is when we talk about VSLs and about page videos, take her highest performing Instagram post and put it on the about page. Because then what happens is people come from Instagram, they see her school, they see that video that either they just watched or is in the same format of videos they've already watched. So there's congruence there. And people are more willing to trust it and get into the group because they see that it's the right thing. Like it seems like such a silly thing, but I've seen those organic videos work as VSLs perfectly without having to orchestrate one, script one, whatever. And then in the copy or in one of the tiles, say, hey, 7 day challenge starts every Monday. That's all you got
mm,
to do
yeah,
for a VSL. You don't even have to like script it. And for you, you can look like a genius by just telling her that, hey, this post that has 200,000 views on it that people are already resonating with, we're just going to take that as is and we're going to put it into your about page and use that as your VSL. And I promise you it's going to work great. I just suggested this for Joanne in our community, and she said her conversion
mm,
rate like overnight doubled. And literally
amazing.
all she did was she took her best performing post, and Joelle, this might be something for you too. Take her best performing post and that becomes your VSL for your about page. There's no call to action to like join your group. It's just that being able to see, hey, this thing I just came from looks like this thing that I'm here now. I got value from this thing, so I know I'm going to get value from this. And that's all it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
amazing. And one more thing,
Sure.
basically, what I have noticed, observing, taking a look at her content on Insta and Facebook, basically, she is relying more on the
Mm-hmm.
text content, and she's simply posting short reels, like 3 or 5 seconds reel. She's not, telling her story. She's only sharing her story in the text format. Maybe she's shy like I am. Maybe is that the case? I think if she shares the story by saying herself, I think that will be more powerful, right?
And here's another thing you can do if she doesn't want to say it. You can put the words over the video, so an overlay, and just put multiple of those 5 to 7 second clips together. And now, instead, because people see the video before they see the copy, right? That's the way Instagram works. And so they'll start to read it on the video itself. And that'll actually perform, I bet, better than what she's. Now, you also want to put it in the copy. That's fine. You can put it in both places, but put it over the video. So here's what I would suggest to you, actually, because that's a great point. Have her make that video, take her best performing post, put the copy that she put in the post over the video, make the video a little long, however long. It doesn't have to change. Like it's the same clips, it's just sandwiched together.
Yeah,
Have her put
then
the
yes.
words over it, see how that does, and then take that video and that becomes the VSL, because that is a good point. Like people aren't going to
Mhm,
see necessarily the copy itself unless it's on the
mhm,
video.
mhm.
So that would actually be really, really strong.
Great idea,
And
great
then she
point.
doesn't have to record
I'll
anything
try.
new. There's nothing, if she's
Mhm.
shy, there's no performance involved in it, because I think we get in our own heads, right? When we start to like perform. Like I'm so much
Yeah,
better talking to you guys in person than I am like trying to do a video. Like it feels fake, right? And it comes across much more genuine.
yeah, yeah.
And that's how you take,
Good
by the way,
point.
that's how you take
Mhm.
old content or content that's already doing well, repackage it slightly. When we talk about offers, Joel, like that's a new offer, right? An offer doesn't
Mhm.
have to be something you pay for. An offer can be a free thing. It's just how you package it, differently. And now it becomes more valuable because it's in a different package. I read this story
Yeah.
recently
Yeah,
at a farmer's market. They sell grapes, right? And they have two types of grapes. One just comes on like a paper plate. The other one comes like in a nice bag. The one on the paper plate is like $1 cheaper than the one in the bag, but they sell out of the ones in the bag. Same exact grapes, just packaged differently. They can charge more for the package
mm,
than they can for the paper plate, right? So it's that's all it is. That's all it is. And that's how we can make our offers that we already have appear so much stronger when it's really just the same damn grapes. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. No, one thing that I'm still simmering with that you mentioned when you were showing the transition bridge graphic, and
Mhm.
how it's like the bridge could be one offer, but that could also be like 12 different offers right there, and
Right.
thinking of like my program that I was mentioning, that I had the presentation that
Mhm.
people were responding to. It's like there's like 8 different sections in
Yeah.
that. It's like each one of those could
Mhm.
be its own individual offer, like it's about like self-love, and it's like just the part about self-talk.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
something,
yeah.
there's like so many different pieces to pick out. There's like a section on like listening to your body. Okay, that could be its own whole thing instead of just being part of the larger program, seeing like,
Yeah.
oh, which this is such a, yeah, okay. No,
Well, what I was
made
gonna
notes
say
about
is,
that one.
so this is an offer. It's a book.
Mhm.
each one of these table of contents is its own offer,
Yep.
right?
Right.
Same thing. It's just chapters in a book.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm gonna get that book. Like that's
His
smart.
videos are better than his. I'll tell you this. So that book's a little outdated.
Okay.
But the videos are really good.
All right. I
And they're
appreciate
more up to
that
date. He
tip.
did an interview with Caleb Ralston that I really loved. He did an interview with Ali Abdal,
Oh yeah, I
who's a
know
big
him.
YouTuber. That was
Yeah.
really, really good. What was nice about that is so you know Ali, you've watched Ali's videos. Seeing people like that also struggle with these things and have to talk to another coach makes you feel better. Right? It's like, oh,
Oh yeah.
it's not just me.
Right.
Yeah. We all need
Right.
that.
Everyone's figuring it out. And it's something that I really appreciate about watching
Mhm.
people who are super pro and have huge followings is they also have issues with connecting their headphones. They also have issues with sharing their screen, and
Yep,
like all of that stuff. It
yep,
just
yep,
happens. It makes me feel so much more
yeah,
chill about it because that's part of the thing. When it happens to them, they don't get flustered. They're
exactly.
just like, oh, just a second. Whereas a newbie is like, oh God,
Oh
sorry,
God,
everyone, hang on.
yeah, I look like an amateur. Oh no. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and they
Yep.
don't get flustered because they've gone through it hundreds of times. Yeah,
And no, it's okay. Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, Jason.
yeah.
Got some
Thank you
some real
both.
good gems this morning, and just
Good.
great to see you. Reconnect.
Yeah, same. I think about you every
Right.
once in a while because we connected pretty early on, but we haven't connected much lately. So I was like, hopefully Joelle's doing okay, and someday I'll be good about reaching out to people. But
I was doing some of that this morning, and you know what? Here's the thing that I'll say, if you're open to a little coaching of what I've
yeah,
had to do myself is I was making it this whole big thing of like, oh, I need to reach out to people. Reached out to like 6 people this morning. That's more than none. Instead of
yeah,
being like, oh, I need to reach out to
yeah.
all
Like
200 people.
200 people. Yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah,
and also you can be selective. Don't
yeah,
reach out to the people who you've never talked to
yeah.
before. Reach out to the people who it's like, let's warm up this trail again, like
Yeah,
who have you already had a call with? That's like what I was doing of like,
yeah,
okay,
that's
let me
smart.
not start. Yeah. So it's a good place to be in to be able to be like selective
Yeah,
about who you want to reach out to.
yeah,
So yeah,
and that's kind of
also
the
on this
goal, right?
journey.
Like even with the whole idea of like offers and the type of business you want to build, it's like having the luxury of being able to make those decisions is part of that freedom that you're trying to create for yourself.
Yeah.
We don't want to work with shitheads. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
you know,
Or feel
and
like
that's
you
okay.
need to follow up with each person, otherwise they're not gonna, ever connect with you. It's
Right.
like, no, being more
Yeah.
selective,
Yeah.
um, acting more like you're the one with something to offer. And you're
Yeah.
just like, like being in like that mindset has been big for me.
Yeah. No, that's great. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for everything. I'm gonna hop off here, but yeah, I
Yeah.
got I got that YouTube channel, got some great notes. Really
Yeah. You got a
appreciate
lot to do.
you.
You got a lot of homework.
Great. Let me go
Azim
get to
has
it.
some too now. Has some now too.
Y'all have a great week.
Bye, guys. See you, Azim. Thank you.